Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our Final Fantasy Beta Extras video. And we're here with Final Fantasy VII review. Can't play Final Fantasy VII music, by the way. I can't, it's just something that's not going to happen. So, into my review here with Jessie. We have Jessie here, who I still think is really interesting because her STMR gives her like targeting chance, but she already has more than enough targeting chance as is. So it's an interesting thing there. Anyways, triple cast all abilities and magics. She has Entrust and LB field support, which I think that's quite nice. She's basically, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. 80% full demand on demand break, pretty good. 100% all in peril, very good. 100% chance of being targeted, like we mentioned. Yeah, it's interesting. 50% physical evasion, 87% defense spirit break, and 120% in peril for all elements on LB. So, she doesn't have very many tanky passives and relies on evasion. That's why she has 50% evasion. So build her as an evasion unit. She's already halfway there. So even as a new player, you might have a way of getting 100%. I think that she's one of the best units in the game. Even though she's a 5-star, I think that she's one of the best. As you probably saw from some of my videos, I'm using her a lot because she's a nice roll compression. She's basically this generation's Vaughn, pretty much. She doesn't have the Mirage, but like you understand what I'm saying. Like he was a provoke tank and he was a breaker and all that stuff. Well, she's kind of like in the same vein where she does so many things for the team that you kind of just want to have her on the team because she just does so many things that I need. Like I need a provoking, I need a breaker. There, bam. And someone who can do element in peril for a certain element. She's got that covered as well. So I don't gotta waste a turn or doing an ability that's not as strong on my DPS for doing it in peril, for example. You know, see what I mean? That happens quite a bit. And using her LB is quite good because free-to-play players now have an option of getting 87% defense and spirit breaks on that lone burst there. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a 9.5 out of 10. I think that she's really, really amazing, really awesome. I've used her this whole time, so I can tell you that she deserves that score. Is she worth pulling? Is she worth going on the banner just to pull for her? I'm not sure about that. Because we know that there are 2 units in the very much in the coming right soon that are worth using Lapis on. So maybe just you see her. I would you see her if you really want to use her, honestly. Anyways, this one's free, Reno, New Vision Awakened. 85 times lightning chaining, Stardust Ray, preemptive full break, AoE, decent, not too bad, not too good, not too bad. 200% TDH, 200% machine, and also 100% human killer. In the rare shift form, they have triple quad cast, wind and earth, tag magic attacks, which are the ace type, the brave shift last well type, you know, that kind of stuff. And their brave shift Olympus, magic damage, tag attack 125%, wind and earth and peril. No infinite turns, which is really unfortunate. That's why you haven't really seen me use them on any of my videos because they're kind of awkward to use. No way to imbue for the brave shift Olympus, which is not as a big deal, but for people who may not have anyone who can do imbues, that kind of is a big deal. And they're basically stuck to physical and magical TDH because they have no 5 times or 500% cap passive at all. And also they're not Rufus, so that's a big deal as well. They're okay, but they are free, so you can't really complain too much, right? I'm gonna give them a 7.5. They're okay. They can be roll compression if they want to be, if you really need them to be. That it's okay, but it's nothing mind-blowing. They're nothing mind-blowing to me. And finally, the big event here. We have Aerith, the new one, not the old one. And just so you guys know, her STMR only stacks with some units. Not stacks, but only works with some certain units in Final Fantasy VII. So just so you guys know, it's not all Final Fantasy 7, just so you know. Anyways, infinite turns, light and view, 30% light boost in that ability. On demand, of course. Dual and quad cast, all abilities. 200% spirit TDH, 200% magic TDH, which will be important, I suppose. No, 100% magic TDH, sorry. Also, 5 times 500% cap, also going to be very important, as we'll be talking about soon here. 200% demon, 100% human killer. And our Lilithverse, here's the big daddy, or I guess the big mommy of the situation that everybody knows about, either wants to know about or knows about. Light and view, light boost 45% for all allies, 400% stat buff, which has not been replicated ever so far. There has not been anyone else who has a 400% buff in the game, even up to the JP version. They've all been reduced to 300% because I believe 400% probably is just too good currently. 250% little burst damage buff for everybody as well. So that's the big thing everybody wants to know about or knows about, and that's why people want to either get her again or just use her a lot. In her brave shift form, she's a a tag chainer, fire tag chainer, which is a nice side support DPS type thing. Fire imbue, which is also nice. I've used that quite a bit. Fire magic attack, like I mentioned. In her brave shift, little burst, fire tag attack, 400% stab buff, and 250% little burst damage buff. Very nice. So the only drawback that I can think of is like if you don't want to be light imbued and you want the 400% stat buff, you have to go to the other form. But if you want that 400% buff right away, then you gotta use her little burst, which you will be light imbued. It's mandatory. It's not one of those things. Oh, maybe I don't want to be light imbued today. Too bad. She's coming in with the light imbue. So sometimes you may not want that, and that has happened to me before, where I just So she can do. If you guys have seen the meme, she can be a holy reflect meme unit, or she'll do crazy damage. I don't know if holy has been reworked yet. Actually, she probably will have. The holy probably will have been reworked as of Aerith being released, because that's when. I'm pretty sure that's when it got reworked. I'm not sure if the news will ever say that. I haven't checked the news in a while, like any game news really. I just checked the website for that. So if holy's been reworked, then she has the holy, and she has the meme where basically if you reflect holy off of yourself. If it has been reworked, not the old holy, the new one. If it's been reflected off of you and it goes onto the enemy, it does like crazy damage because it scales off of MP now. So if you have like, I don't know, like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, etc. MP, it's going to do massive damage. And it's the same thing with Medina, where she scaled her finisher scales off of MP. So that's why in my Medina video I have her a gigantic amount of MP. Like, well, why would you want so much MP? That's the reason. And just so you guys know, it costs that much mana to use. So if you have 9,000 mana somehow, I'm not sure if it's probably possible. Over 9,000 mana, over 9,000 mana, then it's going to cost over 9,000 mana. And then you have to replenish that if you want to do that again. You got to replenish all of that. And there are a few options out there that do at least 50% recovery or 100% recovery of MP. So I believe me, guys. I've been doing this. I've been researching this for Medina purposes. I've been trying to find units that have 100% mana recovery. There are a few of them out there. Guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her a 9 out of 10. Very good buffer. One of the first of this generation that are gonna be quite top tier. And you're gonna notice that, like, for example, Nicole, he doesn't have as high buffs, but he's not tying you to water imbue so much. Stuff like that. So if you don't want the light imbue, you're just gonna have to deal with it if you just stick to her normal form. If you stick to her brave shift form, then you won't have to worry about that then, right? Anyways, that's gonna do it for the video. That took a long time. 6 minutes to review Aerith, I believe. The other ones were a little easier, but hope you guys, if you guys are gonna pull for Aerith, hope you guys have some good lucks, because I think the only reason why you would want to pull for Aerith here is to go to EX3. I wouldn't recommend it because you get her for free. right? Like I would just not pull. You know, I'm giving them good scores. Aerith is just given. You don't need to go any further. Like your vision card is not that amazing. It's pretty good, but not top tier. Well, I mean it is top tier, but like not, it's not. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like it's not worth breaking the bank over. Because Sephiroth's vision card is insanely good. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you, and hope to see you in the next one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a subscription, leave that notification bell, and I'll see you later. Peace.